It's week 17 on Manjaro. Stay with me, guys, and I'll tell you all about it. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me here today on this video. My name is Angela and thank you for coming and spending a little time out with me today. So guys, yes, it's been 17 weeks since I have started Manjaro and I'm going to tell you all about my progress to date. But before we get into that, I just want to say a huge warm welcome if you are new to this channel. If you've clicked on the video and you're coming across me for the first time, it is great to have you here and I thank you for being here. But if you have been here before, then it's great that you've come back. I also want to shout out to all my new subscribers that have joined and subscribed to the channel lately. It's really wonderful to see the channel growing. At Christmas I wanted to hit 1,600 subscribers and we did that, so thank you so much. And I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers by Easter and we are really making a dent in that. So again, a huge thank you to all my subscribers, and particularly if you have recently subscribed, it's great to have you here. If you're watching this, guys, and you're not subscribed, then I would love for you to join my community. On this channel we do everything to do with lifestyle, so whether it be weight loss, Manjaro, clothing, food or shopping hauls. When the weather picks up, we're going to do some gardening, there's travel, there's chit chat, there's all sorts of things that we talk about, and I'd love for you to be part of the community. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell and be a part of us. You will also find me on social media at where am I? Instagram, TikTok, and also on Facebook, all by the name Time Out with Angela. So guys, that being said, Manjaro. So I have now moved up to 7.5 milligrams on Manjaro. So as with everybody else, I started on 2.5 milligram for 1 month, and then I moved up to 5 milligrams for 3 months, and I was on that. I was doing okay. I should just say, this is how much I've lost in total, and this is how much I've lost on Manjaro so far. And then this week I have started on 7.5 milligrams. I've just completed my first week. So it was interesting because when I'm being prescribed this by my medical team because I'm type 2 diabetic. So my GP practice is funding this for me, which I'm really grateful to, really grateful for. My diabetic nurse, I had a conversation with her about 4 or 5 months ago, and we talked about my blood glucose results and going on Manjaro. I'd lost a lot of weight by then, but she was happy to put me on Manjaro. I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that because I was doing okay with my weight loss, but my blood glucose levels weren't where they should be. So after really thinking about it and knowing the complications of being diabetic, seeing that history in my family, some really serious complications, I decided I'm gonna go for it. So yeah, with the nurse and the doctor's advice, decided to go on it. So they normally only take you to 5 milligrams. So you start at 2.5 and then up to 5 milligram. But the pharmacist who's linked to my GP practice, he's now moved me up to 7.5 milligram. So I've been thinking about whether or not I'm going to get even stronger suppression with 7.5. And it's been really interesting because if you've watched my previous videos, particularly weeks 13, 14, 15 and 16, I talk about how 5mg, on 5mg, I just wasn't getting a stronger suppression as I had previously. And I was blaming the medication, as we do. You know, it's easy to blame the medication, easy to blame the weight loss program, or the, you know, the calorie counting, or the app, or it's easy to blame those things. But I had to take a step back and really look at myself. And I realized that the problem wasn't the medication, the problem was me. And I wasn't eating as well as I should be. I was filling up on those snack foods, and that's why I was feeling hungry. I was feeling hungry because I was filling up on snacks, and I wasn't eating the quality foods, the protein and the fibre. I wasn't eating those, or not as much as I should be eating. So when I realised that, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go back to basics. I'm gonna go and put those healthy habits, you know, back in place. And as soon as I did that, bam, suppression came back. Suppression came back because I was eating substantial, good quality meals. I was still having the snacks, but now a lot less, because I was filling up on the good quality foods. So that was a massive lesson for me. Yeah, massive lesson. And that is, I just want to stress, guys, that is what I've learned about me, myself and my body. That doesn't mean that it's going to be the same for you. Everybody's body is different. I know some people don't get any suppression on 2.5, and then bam, they get it on 5mg, or they get it on 5mg, but then when they go up to 7, they lose it. So everybody's body is different. But for me, when I stopped and analysed why my suppression wasn't as strong, I realised it was because I wasn't eating the quality foods, just getting all those slider foods in. So for example, I wasn't eating those, you know, the protein meals, the chicken, the fish, the beans, the lentils, the pulses, etc. But I was having like things like maybe a soup, which is fine because that's your veg, and crackers, which I love crackers, and then some cheese spread or Philadelphia on it, and that just wasn't filling me up. So I was hungry. So I was just eating more of those things and still feeling hungry, and wasn't getting the suppression because I wasn't eating the right things. So as soon as I started eating the you know, the chicken and the fish and the, you know, the protein filled foods, bam, suppression came back. And what I learned is Manjaro, it's not a magic pill. It just isn't a magic injection. You have to work with it. And I remember many years ago, before Manjaro, Ozempic, Zepbound, before these medications came about, I was on a medication called Victoza, and then Bydureon. If you remember Bydureon or Victoza, drop a comment in the comment box below. And those were medications before the GLP-1s, before these kind of medications. And this is probably, we're talking about 10-15 years ago. And I was both on Victoza and on then Bydureon. They didn't work for me. They were weight loss medications. They didn't work for me. And I realised it wasn't because there was anything wrong with the medication. My mindset wasn't in the right place. I had lots going on for me around my health. So I wasn't in the right place. I wasn't very well, so I couldn't get in the kitchen. I couldn't cook. I couldn't do my shopping. So I was just living off junk food. It was never going to work. because I wasn't eating the right things to support it. And likewise with this medication, with the GLP-1s, yeah, it's not a magic pill. We have to work with it. Some of you know I am a weight loss coach, and I have coached people on GLP-1 medication, on weight loss tablets, and I've supported many people who've had weight loss surgery. And again, some people who have weight loss surgery, their weight loss stops and then they gradually gain the weight back. Nothing wrong with the surgery or their size of the stomach. 9 out of 10 times, and I'm giving that little bit of leeway because, you know, there may always be that one person, but 9 out of 10 people that I've worked with who've had weight loss surgery regain the weight, first and foremost because their mindset isn't in the right place. And because the mindset isn't in the right place, they're eating the foods that are not supporting weight loss. So they're not eating good quality meals, the fiber, the protein, you know, the fruits and veg. They're not eating that. They're going to high processed, highly refined carbohydrate foods, and high calorie, which tend to be high calorie, and that is what creates the weight gain. And I'm also coaching people on Manjaro as well, and same thing, when they're not seeing weight loss on it, again I say go back and look at what you're eating, and 9 out of 10 times it's because the foods that they're eating are not supporting their weight loss. So, and that's not to say anything's off the table. Nothing is off the table, but everything in moderation. But it's about fixing the mindset, yeah, and working with that medication. So now that I'm on 7.5 milligram, I thought, well, I need to keep in that positive mind frame, thinking about having those high quality foods every single day, every single meal, and still having the snacks but reducing them and not allowing them to creep back in. So I did that this week, and I got on the scales on Saturday. 4 pounds off. So I'm really pleased with that weight loss. Is it because of 7.5? Maybe 7.5 is giving me a little extra suppression. I'd like to think so, because if not, then I don't see the point of having, you know, the different milligrams. If, you know, if the suppression was all about, if the medication is working just because of suppression, no, let me rephrase that. If the medication is all about the mindset and what we eat, then why do we need 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5 and 15 milligrams? Why do we need that? So I'd like to think that each of those step changes, that increase in medication, is about just increasing that suppression that little bit more. I'd like to think that, because when you get to the point where you want to come off it, then it's going back down, you know, from 10, well, going from 15 to 12.5 to 10, 7.5, 5, 2.5, and then you come off it. So it's that step change. So I imagine then there's something in the medication, something that's impacting the hormones, that's just loosening that suppression a little bit so that we can come off it. So therefore, when we're taking it, we're taking that increased step, there must be, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but there must be something about increasing the dose that is working on those hormones that make us feel that little bit more suppressed. Yeah, that's just me thinking that through. Yeah, there has to be, otherwise why have those different milligrams? So yeah, so 7.5, and it's interesting because when I started on 2.5, my very first week, I lost 5 pounds. And now, I didn't have a big weight loss when I started on 5 milligrams. But yeah, on 7.5, 4 pounds off this week. But I also think that it's because, now, let me just say, I've not felt any more or any less suppressed. That I will throw out there. Definitely, I've not felt it. Maybe it's just because I've been busier this week and maybe I've not noticed it so much. But what I have done this week is paid particular attention to making sure that I'm eating that high protein food. Yeah. That, I've really been conscious of that. So that's definitely the way forward. And you know what, guys, this is a journey. So I don't beat myself up if I slip and have a couple of weeks where I've not focused as much on my protein or, you know, my water or my activity. I'm just not able to do any activity at the moment because of my health. I just, you know, I just can't get out. I've been housebound for quite a few days last week, so I don't beat myself up. So if I have a couple of days where I've not eaten as much protein as I should have done, I don't worry about it. I clock it, I note it, and then I'm like, right, let me just make that change and do something about it. Because yeah, for me, this is my lifestyle. So yeah, interesting, very, very interesting. So what I am noticing as well is well, I met up with some friends yesterday. I organised meetups, and we meet in Birmingham and London, and we want to start going further afield, and there is going to be a vlog coming out, guys. So if you want to see and hear a bit more about yesterday's meetup, then, you know, do make sure that you're subscribed and click the notification bell. And I'm, you know, and I see these friends regularly, you know, maybe once every month or every 6 weeks or so. And a couple of people were like, wow, you just, somebody called me the shrinking lady. Yeah, they just said, I'm shrinking. Every time they see me, I'm shrinking. Which was such a lovely compliment. And again, a few other people just said they hadn't seen me, you know, well, one person hadn't seen me for about 2 or 3 months, and yeah, noticed my weight loss. And yeah, you know, when I get compliments like that, it's good. It's really, really nice. And then I've also been doing some clothing try-on hauls, just refreshing my wardrobe. And again, you know, on that process, I'm really enjoying trying on clothes and seeing how smaller sizes are fitting me. But also, interestingly, when I think that I'm a particular size and I'm buying a particular size, it's too big, or I feel that I can go down a size. So, you know, I'm learning about my body shape, and building my confidence in choosing clothes that's going to fit me. Because I'm still, you know, back in the day, I used to be a 24, 26. And even now, I still gravitate to an 18, 20. And depending on where I buy my clothes from, and what shape, style and fabric, I can get into a 10, or I can be the other way, a 16, 18. It just depends on the style. But generally a 14 is a comfortable fit for me. But you know, that it's really nice to be able to feel, because you know, I've always maintained the number on the scale is one thing. It's not the full picture, it is just one metric. But when I love going by clothes and how my clothes fit. Yeah, I really like that. I like the feeling. And when I look at myself in clothes, I'm like, yeah, I like the way I look, you know. So yeah, you know, progress is good. So guys, I would love to know, how are you getting on your health, wellness, weight loss journey? Have you started your weight loss journey? Are you on Manjaro? Or perhaps you're doing another program. Maybe you're doing counting calories or counting your macros. Maybe you're using MyFitnessPal or NutriCheck or Slimming World or Weight Watchers. Maybe you're doing a liquid diet, or maybe you're just eating sensibly, making sensible choices and having smaller portions. I'd love to know. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment box below. So guys, there we go. That's my update for week 17. £4 off this week, and this is my total weight loss to date. So guys, there we go. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you're at this point in the video, then I really appreciate you. Guys, if you're not subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and also click the notification bell. And feel free to share this video as well. And if you do share my videos, again, I really appreciate you. You're making such a difference to this channel and helping me grow. So guys, that is it from me. Whatever you're doing this week, have a wonderful week. Stay warm. It's really parky out there. It really is. And so stay warm, look after yourself and each other. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.